Hello everyone, this is Bigalski, and this is part 17, Death Be Not Proud, of my suffering video game impossible difficulty commentary walkthrough. So, the good news is, I get through this level. It wasn't that bad if you play it smart. I actually don't play it smart at one area, and then something else happened, so I went back to replay it, and when I replayed it, I got a recording error. So I played that with better supplies at the end, but at the end of the day, you know, this video shows
there's no way through
just as easily how to get through it, and I'll talk about that part another day. Now here, I didn't have to come in this area first. I wanted to show a lot of people would want to come in this area. Again, use the fire to your advantage and then shoot off their heads. But the part that I'm going to go to is the part that you would normally go to, or you would want to go to first, now that you know it. See, I didn't shoot off this guy's head, so it worked out pretty good. Again, I show that they will revive themselves, or whatever you want to call, after a certain amount of time. So make sure you shoot off their heads. I showed those couple of doors. Again, this door right here, or to the other side, is you can't go in it. The other doors you couldn't, but I just wanted to show that you couldn't do that. But the best thing to do whenever you come out, instead of going in the way that I did, is pull this crate back and jump up on the building. So when you get here, you want to shoot that bus as soon as you can. You can do it on that other side, but it takes a lot of bullets to blow up the bus. And then these guys keep coming. The marksman guys keep coming if you don't shoot that bus. So that's the main thing you want to do. And if you're coming the other way, again, you're going to have to reload, maybe use some grenades. So it's always best to go up on the building and shoot them that way. Plus you have Tommy gun ammo. I could go right now, jump on the bus and go into the next scene, but I'm not killing everybody. Plus I wanted to show y'all another example of how you can go back into previous chapters if you need to pick up supplies. But this next few parts is just me killing the guys as they come down. So here you can go back into the previous chapter. You can see the enemies are still there. If you didn't pick up some things maybe you thought you might need, you could pick that up again. But I just wanted to show that you could pick up Zombien, use that. You don't have to use the ones out there if you don't want to. Again, they give you plenty of Zombien. That first marksman that came towards that gate, if you went straight up on the roof, he would appear over there. And I will say, if you're not very good with the machine gun or delay a little bit and they start doing their fire where they just repeatedly fire at you, I actually had again another blooper. I should have put that up there. Inside that garbage can is like a couple zombies also. But I had them where all three of them were doing that repeating fire while I was up on the gun, and it killed me like in a couple seconds. So you just want to be careful when you're at that area. And again, a lot of it depends on what they decide to do. So I could cut through the middle, but I'm just gonna walk around this area. I don't think there's anything. The guardrails are broken, but I've kind of looked around and explored, and I didn't see anything that you could drop down to. Again, I could be wrong. There's been a lot of surprises. Like I'd said earlier, I'd found a couple things that I hadn't found before in the game. So
keep going.
Explore away if you're playing it for the first time.
Watch out! Up there! Oh, Christ!
Escaping isn't as simple as just getting outside. But I don't need to tell you that. You know there is no real escape.
So kill these guys with whatever you want to use. Again, I like using the flashbangs because it does kill them, and I can use the, I guess the heavier grenades, if you want to call it that. There's another Molotov up here. And use the heavier grenades for the harder enemies. Or you can just stun lock them with the shotgun. So if you'd cut across through the middle, like I'd suggested earlier, you would have come straight out to that scene right there, and then these marksman guys. See, if they're shooting like that, all three of them in that other section, like I said, you die pretty fast. The shrapnel grenades are pretty good if you want to use those on these guys, but again, be careful. If it bounces off and goes close to you, it can do a lot of damage to you. So again, these guys wouldn't have been here if I'd run across the first time, but after the cutscene, that's when they pop up. At least that's what they've done for me. Now the truck is still over there. I haven't forgotten about it. And also, I've tried jumping across at different areas. And also watch this jump too. I've missed this jump and you fall in the water and you're dead. But that's the only way that I've found a way across, is that little ledge going down. So you heard that explosion. There's a guy you're going to need to rescue that throws dynamite and stuff like that right now. I guess because I did it in a certain way, he didn't. It didn't really show, but you did hear the explosion. I don't think you really heard that he had said anything, but he does say a few things. So I think I chose this because the shotgun. Now watch this guy right here. So I thought he would die. But I choose the shotgun because I have a lot of ammo coming up. And so bad that I don't shoot the head. Now, like I said, this guy's going to end up probably respawning. See, it's just not the greatest shooting ability. I mean, I've never possessed that. I don't know why I suck at it so bad. Maybe it's I'm getting older in my reflexes, but I mean, that's kind of been my whole video game career, missing the important shots when I had to. But the good part about it is we've got plenty of health. We're going to be picking up supplies, but I hear this guy and I can't see him. Like I said, right now on the video when I record, I don't hear any sounds, but I know he's down there, and that really bothers me. So here he is underwater. I see his gun sticking out. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll shoot him some. And I didn't think about maybe getting out the Tommy gun or the revolvers or something like that. But I just kept shooting at him, and he never died. So I guess it's just a glitch in the game. So I'm just going to leave that. And I am going to come back to that truck. I want to do it after I need to get my supplies back. I don't want to go pick it up now and then have to go back. So there's a couple paths you can go up here. This one, and then there's one to the right. Either one you go up, there's going to be the burrowers. So get ready for those. I should have equipped a flare. Maybe I'll try that out just to see what happens. Equip a flare and throw it and see if it'll auto target down in one of those holes. So here I'm just kind of showing the stun lock of the shotgun. Again, it's really up to you. I think I do that because, again, I know I'm going to get some more shotgun, and I want to save my flashbangs because there's going to be quite a few of these in this next section. So if you went up that right-hand side, you would have met up right over here. So, I mean, you're going to... Either way you go, you're going to fight them. Now, I could have just skipped this side and not have to fight these enemies, but again, I know they're there and I want to kill them. So this next section coming up can be pretty tough because all these marksmen just pop up. So there's two ways, or actually there's three ways. You can get on the turret right here and really focus towards their head. And because they just come up very overwhelming, and then if you don't kill them and shoot at their head, they pop up a lot and they can do damage where you need your supplies. So try to be focused on the head as much as possible. I can't tell you how many times I got to this point and missed a couple and started doing that rapid fire shooting, and all of a sudden I'm dead. You know, if you let one get to one side, then the others. There are some mine crates around the area that can help. You know, shoot them and help. Hopefully it'll blow them up. Say like right there. But of course I think I missed. The other way you could do that is as soon as they pop up, don't even get on the machine gun and kind of run to the back where you came from and slowly weed them out. You saw a lot of TNT sticks there, so you can use that Tommy gun to focus on their head. And of course the other way is to just run past it, but that's not, you know, what we're doing here. Stop panic. I mean, I've never been good at focusing on the head and zooming in. I'd give it all up to be a good sniper. So it wasn't as bad as I've had in the past. But again, it can be challenging if you let those guys get past you. And also, like I'd said earlier, I'm trying to do these chapters where I go straight through it. I don't reload checkpoints or anything like that. Like, the only time I did it, like I'd said earlier, was that one time when the guy wouldn't die and I had to reload the checkpoint. But now's where I'm going to go back and get all my supplies back. Or as much as I can. And it really just bothers me. You know, maybe I should have thrown a grenade. But with my luck, it would have bounced back and, you know, blow me up or something. But be careful on the jumps, because if you fall in, you're dead. So I haven't really used the flamethrower yet. I'll save it for a little bit later on. I've slid back in the water there too. So again, I'm telling you, be careful. And it may not be worth it. See, the guy's still there, down there too. It may not be worth it, but it's really up to you on how you want to play it. So you could have continued right, going around the path, or going straight right through there, but there is a little shack here that has a lot of supplies. And this area right here is the reason why I chose to actually replay this section. Be careful shooting. You know, if you hit something, you might blow something up. But you have a lot of grenades and a lot of Tommy ammo right here. So that tells you usually a pretty big fight's coming up if you choose to take it.
Where the hell did this come from? Never seen anything like it.
So this is one of the little hidden areas
Look at the insignia.
in Clem's book and Maria's book. You know, they have these different areas that you can unlock, and this is one of the areas right there. And there's a gas can right there. But if something's like that, and they talk about this, and there's something you know you need to go pick up, you see it, you know trouble's right around the corner too.
Serious enough to shoot those fucking traitors?
So this is not a very good fight at all. I mean, I use a lot of supplies here. I use a lot of my zombie. This guy up here is still shooting at me. One of the reasons I decided to replay this, you can see all the damage that I'm getting. I ended up playing it a lot smarter. And what I did was, again, I blew myself up because I got too close. So what I ended up doing is this little ledge that you can fall off here actually jumped off that ledge and let them come to me. And then when they got too big, I jumped back up on the house and made the corner around. So I played it a lot smarter. I was able to keep a lot more of my supplies. You know, it wasn't the best area to keep them there in the middle because they could come for me on both sides. Again, here I could jump down here from the area by the plane. If I got into any trouble, I could jump back up, go around. They would come chase me. I could drop back down again. So as you can see, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I still got some zombieing left. I've got grenades left. I've got ammo. But going into the next video, I'm going to have full, pretty much everything, because I didn't have to use it because I played it a lot smarter. So when we get to this next section, you'll see that, you know, my supplies are a little bit different. Now be careful here, because that can do some damage on you. I mean, it might have done a little damage right there, I'm not sure.
Fucking pigs!
But just be careful, don't get too gung-ho and let me run in this cave and finish out the level, because depending on your health, that grenade can blow you up. So again, we got through it. The main part is all those marksmen that come up, try to aim towards their head and kill them really fast. The other part of that is like I said, I had to redo it because of the other marksmen that came up by the shack and the airplane. Just kind of run around in circles and let them chase you instead of letting them corner me like they did, and which wasn't very smart. But that's it. We're getting close to being done. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.